Okay. Um, so I'm gonna continuously make videos, especially knowing that with the level of humiliation I've brought up to this purpose. I'm a target individual, TI, and I'm a human subject where these governmental entities are doing these things to us and manipulating our brain to think, to experience, to have memories that have been altered, changed, manipulated. And we have people all around you try to make you acceptive of these retardations. You hear this noise campaign, this honking, is something you've heard before. They truly push us to be damn near on the spectrum. And you gotta be strong. And you hear these people tell me how they're gonna beat me. It's like, listen, you can't even say the name of a pedophile like Roy Moore. And you hear, like, I understand what this is about. And that's why you hear this noise campaign. The reason why I make testimonials is because I want to make sure that you hear what kind of manipulation I'm experiencing and how stupid some of this logic impose onto my brain and truly try to make me subscribe to this. One thing they've been doing consistently is doing the pedophilia type of torture and then try to box in, making noise campaign as you heard, to try to make me be subscriptive of these things and making me experience disturbing reactions toward children. I've been, for example, they even, to the point where they do things where I wasn't even experiencing that in the past, and now I'm experiencing it, making clear obviousness that they have been manipulating me. But they think they can intimidate me into accepting these manipulations. For example, I used to listen to, you all familiar with Rihanna, right? This her song, like work, 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 work. I forgot the name of the album, anti. On the cover, you see a child with no shirt, and it's like the top is red and the rest is white. This is a cover that I've seen a lot in the past because one of my favorite songs is that song, that Rihanna song, that work song. I used to blast that song on my car driving around, and the cover was there. Normal, didn't care, didn't gain any reactions, stimulations, even perceptions. Today, when I look at this cover, because there's a child there, they make me have these weird perceptions. They try to make me imagine, no, but it makes me think of, remember when you were playing mom and dad when you were like in third grade, and so like creating these weird perceptions and try to create additions that they weren't there, like create perception that are manipulated. And I'm like, what is so nasty? Like, of course, that's pure obviousness that I'm being manipulated. Now, this is a song that I listen to all the time. This cover was not giving me this disturbing reaction that you're making me have now. Now, obviously, that is another validation, but that's what they do. But they try to find credibility, and everything is orchestrated. I'm listening to another song. I'm going through my playlist of music, and I'm listening to a song of a rapper and or something, and he says something D-O or something, like he's singing, and I've never kind of captured what that meant, right? D-O, and then I realized he's just spelling something else. He's spelling I do, and I don't realize it because of my own. They make me think of that, and they're like, you see, we make you see things clearly, and they try to get credibility to be like, all along you weren't seeing things that way because you weren't seeing clearly, and we make you see yourself for really what you are, or something of that nature. And then they go back to any other memories where they falsify memories, where I know I didn't experience anything, but it's like, no, you didn't know you experienced that, but we're making you see, you understand yourself better now. Us who do the pedophilia type of torture, because this lyric that you weren't really capturing understanding what he was trying to say, because we made you understand that lyric, we can make you understand yourself better, and that's real, that's you. This is the kind of logic that I'm being forced to have. You understand these people are renowned to manipulate people to think in these pedophilia ways. If anything, it shows that they have the ability to manipulate your thoughts, to make you think the way they want you to think. And it's never in a positive way, unless they want to try to get you to subscribe, unless they want you to gaslight you. It's that bad that us target individuals, we are forced to have these retardations of logic in order to accept these manipulations. And you hear this trash living around you, purpose contracted to make you be subscriptive of these things. You see, you understand this lyric better. So this pedophilia thing is just you. We just, we connected things. We put things together that you weren't connecting before, but now that we're in, we get you to experience it and connected things. And they want you to believe these things. Now, you understand they have a clear pattern of doing the pedophilia type of torture. These people are renowned to manipulate people, to push them to insanity. They don't try to make people understand themselves. They try to change them into something else. And then try to find ways for you to find credibility in them. Now, the fact that they just talk about this lyric or whatever, it just shows how my brain has been so manipulated by them that even my brain will even go to the state of trying to accept this logic. When I say that, when you're hooked to this device and this computer, whatever it is that can overlay thoughts and consciousness and rationality and logic onto you, once you put on that, logic is like erased, and they create these nonsensical ways for you to start subscribing to their manipulations, even their memory manipulations, even try to make you understand that, all along, you weren't feeling that because you weren't seeing things, it was deep, but when we got in, we just kind of put it out, and that's why you experience things this way, and we were seeing that all along. It was all there, it was all along there, but it was hidden somewhere, and we took that out, and make sure that you experience what you were actually experiencing, but you didn't know you're experiencing. That's the kind of stupidity we're forced to experience. These people were renowned to do the pedophilia type of torture. Do you understand? This is a way they truly want you to be this dumb. And they use these childlike individuals and people who are trying to tell you because you're going to be tortured in whatever ways that you should be subscriptive to this. You understand these people literally have been doing the pedophilia type of torture. And so to gaslight you to accepting these retardations, to gaslight you to accept these disturbing manipulations, they utilize these tactics. I will never let them live the fantasy. That's why I said these things before I can't. I'd rather die slow. And so I'm thankful that I was able to see things for what they are, as my brain becomes more and more and more pushed into a logic that is damn near nonsensical, in order for them to try to make me accept these pedophilia things. Because what they're doing now is even try to go to my memories, the places where I know I didn't experience that, where they've tried to create these perceptions and experiences in my memories that are falsified. For example, I talked about this HBO documentary about this. They were following this kid in New York that was, that was talking about her life as a kid that lived in a city, and it's this super wholesome moment, and they're trying to say, no, all along, we actually deep, you were feeling something like that. That's similar to what you're experiencing today, but you weren't feeling it. It wasn't feeling like that, but it was deep inside. We were able to see that deep other feeling there. And now, after August 19, 2019, we took it out, and you can feel it now. That's the kind of retardation they want me to think, to make me subscribe to these pedophilia things. They want you to be doubtful of who you are and say, no, we were seeing things deeper than you. And you understand? It is so foul. And then they truly want you to, because you hear some noise campaign from bottom fields, that are contracted by governmental entities who tell you they're going to frame you. You should subscribe to them. Foul trash. I'll never subscribe to it. And to the point where they're like, no, but remember that perp? You see why he looked like that. It's like, first of all, this is a perp. And you tell me that he was being told by people who do the pedophilia type of torture what I was feeling? How I was reacting? Do you understand? These people want you to truly be on the level of pure spectralism. And they contracted this trash that sold their soul to these entities. Involved in a program where they even cause people to do mass shootings. To try to get you to subscribe to these things. Target individuals, do not subscribe to anything, any of this nastiness. They're going to try to erase you and make you accept these manipulations and think it's you. It is so disturbingly retarded. I'm sorry for using that word. And then they're going to try to gaslight you. Say, oh, we got you, and then they're going to go try to disorient you, black girl. You see black girls. Try to disorient you into this retardation they've created. This trash sold is sold to pedophiles. These entities running this program are filled with pedophiles. CIA, DOD, DARPA, they have problem with pedophilia. These tactics utilize pedophilia type of tormenting. They're trying to get you to stop believing them because of a lyric that they... What? So you want me to dismiss all I've heard about what they do? To dismiss who I know I am? And I know that I wasn't experiencing? You want me to be doubtful of who I know I am? Because your gaslighting methods are this retarded? Because my brain is hooked to this technology that can make you dumb. Truly be on the spectrum. Because you hear this noise campaign? Whatever I'm going to go through, target individual, I'm just thankful that I was able to see things for what they were, at least for this time. When I'm in pain, I'm screaming and I can't, one thing is for sure, I will never ask to trade places with these lowlifes. They had to live this life. Did you hear how they want me to be subscriptive of this lowlife based on what I just said? With all the validation I have, on top of knowing myself, they want me to be doubtful of my own reactions and feelings of how I was prior to August 19, 2019 because of these retardations. This trash that tried to gaslight you into this. Target individuals, stay strong. They're going to try to push us into retardation, insanity, into illogicalness. And you got to listen to what the way they want us to start thinking. It is truly taking something, like my brain is truly clicking with this illogicalness. And you hear the noise campaign to all this. As if this is not this large government entity that happened to have a bunch of pedophiles working in those entities. To all my target individuals, stay strong. No matter how they disorient you, the way they try to change, manipulate you. Right now, you know what they're saying? Her hand to make me think of the exaggerated version of what I did when I was a child. To make me believe that these memories weren't manipulated. From a song that I used to listen 24/7, I could see the cover with no problem, to me watching this documentary with nothing, an ounce of this disturbing reaction I'm forced to feel today. Because they told me how this lyric did kind of make me understand the lyric of a song. I should be subscriptive of these manipulations. These people who torture children, even infants, who are renowned for doing the pedophilia type of torture. I should subscribe to them because they made me comprehend the lyric of a song. This trash involved in a program that also causes mass shootings. Stay strong.